Okay, so you have a Craftsman 6-inch joiner and you need to set up the tables so that the infeed table is parallel and straight to the outfeed table. And we'll show you how to do that right now. Hey, if you like what you see here or you found it interesting or useful, why don't you give that subscribe button a click, maybe give us a like, maybe hit the little bell thingy, lets you know when we put up new videos. What? Huh? Oh, my lawyer would like a word with you.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger! No, Will Robinson! Danger!
Alright, so like 87.3 million other Americans, you have one of these 6-inch Craftsman joiners. Good joiners. But you want to adjust this thing so it cuts right. That means adjusting the infeed table. On these Craftsman joiners, the outfeed table is fixed. It has no adjustments. So all of your adjustments are at the infeed table. How do you know if you need to adjust it? Well, you lay a flat, straight edge across here and you make sure that these tables are both parallel. Symptoms of them not being parallel are you either get a bowed piece or a convex piece when you try to joint long material. So we'll take care of that all in this video, and I'll show you how to adjust this thing so it gives you an absolutely flat piece when you run it through. Okay, so I got you in here and I want to show you how all this works. It's a little counterintuitive, honestly. So there is a nut that's right here, and there is a bolt that's right here. The bolt goes through the nut. The nut is the adjustment. That's what moves the table up and down. And the bolt is the lock. That's that locks it in place. So when you're adjusting, you use this 3/4 to adjust where it's at, okay? And then once you get it where you want it, you use this 1/2 inch to lock it down. All right? So that's how these work. If you, it seems a little counterintuitive, but that's how it is. Okay? So the way I like to start is back these nuts out quite a bit so you get maximum range of adjustment. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to back these guys out, and I'm just going to eyeball them to about the same spot. I'm also going to make sure that they are well juiced so that when adjustment time comes, both juiced going into the casting and juiced with this other bolt here, with the lock bolt. I got one guy that looks a little tight down here. There we go. All right. So they're well juiced. Flop this around, and then when you see me adjusting the height, I'll be turning this nut until I get all 4 of them good, and then I'll lock it down with that bolt. Okay, so here we are with the table. Use a straight edge. And we'll check and see where we are. I'm going to crank this up till I get her kind of close. And my eyeball was pretty good. This end of the table is a little high, this end's a little low here, and this end, both of them are pretty low. So I'm going to start turning those adjustment screws. I'm sorry, the adjustment nuts. Remember, they're kind of backwards. Okay, until I get them pretty close. This guy's a little high. Okay, now let's check the other side here. Okay, and I got them so loose and so well juiced up that I can just use my fingers to adjust them right now, which is nice. Okay, he's got to come down a little bit. You see me push down on this board here too. It's not a bad idea if you have weights or something really heavy to put it down here to make sure that it's bottomed out. I just push down upon it occasionally. Yeah, see, it just adjusted a lot. So I always like to go up to adjustments, like tuning a guitar, right? You stay down low and then you go up to the adjustment. And that guy's just about perfect. This guy is not. Okay. There we go. Pushing down here. Right in the middle. Pushing down hard. Jerking it around a little bit. Let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah, that changed her just a little bit. Up to it. Up to it. Oh, too much of it. Okay, good. Really getting close now. Some guys slide a piece of paper under there. I'm not quite that anal. I can see really well here. Okay, I'm gonna call that good. That didn't take a couple of minutes, right? Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go underneath there and lock those bolts up, okay? Those are the 1/2-inch ones. Remember, it's kind of, like I said, counterintuitive that the bolts don't lock it, but the nuts lock it. I'm not going to put the wood to them yet. Just kind of snugging them up. Okay, now I'm going to check everything again. Still looks really good. Okay, now I'm going to lock them down. And you'll notice I have this spaced up on blocks, so it's really easy for me to get down in there and lock them down. So now I'm locking them down, not putting 10,000 foot-pounds on them, putting, I don't know, call it 10 to 15. And what am I going to do? I'm going to check it again. Okay, still good. Still good. You'll notice this, at least I notice this when I do these a lot, is that when I lock these down, there's some compression going on inside here. They're compressing those little cone washers a little bit. So what happens is, I actually have a little bit of space here now between my straight edge and the infeed table. But that space is absolutely parallel. In other words, there's the same amount of space here that there is here. Same thing here, okay? So that if I adjust this up a little bit, which I'm doing now, it goes up in parallel and it's still perfectly straight, perfectly parallel. So that's how you adjust these joiners. These joiners are excellent machines, and if you understand them, they will give you years of very solid service. So if you have any questions or have any comments, or if you have a better way of doing this, let me know in the comments. Thanks so much. Hey you, yeah, you, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.